Hi everyone.
Welcome back to For Why.
I'm Julie.
I'm Shania.
And this week
is love,
crushes,
and relationships.
I love how me and Shania don't plan this
We
intro.
don't practice. I'm so proud of us.
And they always work out.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, in our style.
In our style of awkwardness and productivity. I love it though. I think it's just us. Anyway.
We decided we're gonna go through our crushes and
our phases of likes, and if you know who you are, you are who you are. No offense.
Oh my god.
No offense to anybody, whatever we say.
Yeah, we're gonna go through it chronologically.
Chronologically in our perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you wanna do each one or do you wanna...
We'll start with primary school. Okay. Your experience,
Wait, I had one in kindergarten though.
Oh, nursery. Okay.
I just remembered there was like...
This how what age
but
is
you know
kindergarten?
how you like... it's like, yeah, preschool. It was like 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And I just have faint memories of like kissing a boy in like a pack.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What? Sorry, I didn't know this.
And we were in the same school till the last year of high school, and his girlfriend was in my class.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, we used to have a crush on each other. And he still had a crush on me one time in primary school, but I didn't on him.
Okay.
Which
so
is
you
funny.
Was like, it was just a peck and done type of situation.
I don't remember. We were like all close friends. I've always been friends with girls and boys, so it's like when you're like 3, 4, you just have like images in your head. And I just remember we had like a little thing going on.
Yeah. But, that's so cute.
It is.
I could have never imagined doing that as a kid.
Primary school.
I had crushes on teachers.
No way!
Yeah, like all the time.
I'm dead. I have never
I like
had that.
older men, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, like in primary school, I was like, I didn't have a crush on him. He was just like everything. It was just one teacher that was like really biased when I look back on it, but like he was just so sweet to me, and he always looked after me. And I was like, oh my god.
Why do you think some girls have like, some people have crushes on their teachers? It's like the authority aspect. Or do you think it's like
me, daddy
issue? We said it at the same time. I'm so dead. Yeah, probably right.
I mean,
it must be something.
I'll
like
tell you
that.
what I like here. I've always just like the aesthetic. Like all the guys.
Yeah, but there's like a psychological like.
I mean, probably maybe because I just didn't have my dad around, so maybe I just want older men's attention, which is like gross.
But also fucks you. Okay, great.
Incesty maybe, but like I've never had that. Like, oh, I want you to be my dad. I just like thought you was cute, innit? And some more times they're charismatic people anyway. Like male teachers are often like really funny and really interesting. So it's just like, oh, like you're interesting, innit? Like you're interested in
How old were you?
So
like 6.
4.
That's
4,
not
5?
primary school. 5.
No, because that was the one nursery teacher.
Oh,
I was like, oh my god, he was so nice.
I'm dead.
And then
I feel like I only had women till like 5th grade.
I didn't have a male teacher after that, and then primary school was always women, so I didn't have that until year 6 where I had Mr. Lockett, but he was like a bro, so it was never like
same.
That. Did you have that one guy in your school that every girl liked? Because I did.
Yeah, every school had. No, well, not school, but class.
Class, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was yours? What was?
I mean, I had mine, but there was another one that everyone liked, and again, he stayed in the same high school. Yeah, he was one of my closest friends. We still say hi to each other and stuff,
cute.
but we're not that close. Like in primary school, we were really close. He lives a village away from me, and I think loads of girls liked him, but never everything.
What
never
did he look like?
Happened. But I liked someone else who was blonde and blue eyes, because I thought that was my type.
Same.
Growing up.
Same.
Me being with someone with
brown
dark hair, dark eyes,
yeah.
but it's fine. I really liked him. And did you have like, because we had in 6th grade, like last year, we had like a skiing trip. And it was like this big trip, and you would have like a disco at the end.
Yeah,
same. Oh my god.
Same.
I'm getting
it
triggered.
was like,
Everything. I'm still cringing now thinking about it.
Our one was JLS, but before it was called something else, but that one got cancelled, so we had the new one. But yeah, we had that. It wasn't like skiing. We're not in Europe, you know.
We could just drive to the ski place.
Yeah, no, we didn't have that. We had like it was just like a place where you do different activities. But yeah, we still had a disco at the end. Yeah.
And no, but I have to explain. Like for the whole primary school, which is 6 years in Luxembourg.
Yeah.
we both had a crush on each other, this guy and I. Like, it was so, like, now that I think about it, you know when you play, like, did you play Cops and Robbers, where one would chase the other? We would always chase one another. We would never chase anyone else. That's such a puppy love thing to do.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, and then, you know how they annoy, like, when people are young, or when boys are young, they do that till they're, like, 18 maybe. They like you when they annoy you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
or when you show like no interest in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were on this trip and everyone was trying to get us together and I was so uncomfortable.
Oh, I was one of those ones. That never happened to me.
And then it was like, at the end of the disco there was like 2 slow dances and that was supposed to be when it happened.
Did you guys slow dance together?
I think so, but like they had to push me and him. We were both so embarrassed. They push. If Lena is listening, she knows what I'm talking about. And they had to push us together and we danced for like 10 seconds but then the song was over and I feel like we were both so happy.
Okay.
But during the later in the year, because obviously this was winter, I was at a friend's staying over and he lived in the same village as her and like, I don't know, it was like 8. It was like a Friday, it was like 8.
Yeah.
Something like that. But it was still like bright because it was like summer. We kissed because she made us. She was like, you like him and he likes you, like just kiss.
Yeah.
Like also just a pack, like we were like 11. And then he asked me to be boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then I felt weird the whole weekend.
Oh.
And then on Monday we both decided, you know what, no. And that was it.
Wow.
And he got into the same high school as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to expose him, but you know how there was the smarter high school?
Yeah, like
and
you
the
said.
other one?
Yeah.
He didn't have the grades
one.
to get into that one,
Okay.
but his dad went and like, it was very strange, but he somehow got into the school. He didn't have the grades for it. But after 1 year, his grades were
daddy's
so bad.
money.
I don't know how it happened. Don't ask. I don't know anything. And then after that
neither
1 year,
confirmed or denied.
he went down into another school. Like, that's
Okay.
the other one.
I feel like that was beneficial for him anyway. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, don't force people into something they're not gonna flirt in.
Yeah.
Anyway. So,
Well,
yeah.
Oh, my primary school was
Yeah.
different.
That was my whole primary school. That was it.
So like, say what you want. I'm not trying to do this as well as me, but I was butters in it. Like, it just was it was a terrible time for my looks, and it's just so bad.
No, hold on. No one looked good at primary school.
No one looked good, but then you always had those people who look substantially well for like kids in it. That everybody
I feel like
had
I was
a crush
prettier
on.
kid than I'm now.
You really?
When I look back on me as a kid, I'm like, I could have been a model. What happened?
Fair.
Because I was like a stick.
Okay. Yeah, but you're still slim. Okay.
I mean, I look the
into
same in my face that I did when I was like 10. It's scary.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not a stick anymore. And I have pimples now. What the fuck?
Pimples. This girl was so silly.
Anyway, go on.
So there's always that it girl, you know, like the popular girl, the one that gets all the mans. Like that wasn't me. I was the tomboy who was just chilling, playing football with the lads who didn't actually play football with the lads, but I tried in it. And yeah, so the guy that everybody liked was just white boy, blonde hair, spiky hair.
It's always spiky hair.
Spiky hair and blue eyes. He wasn't that tall. I saw him now. He's alright. I don't want to speak rudely about him, but yeah. And then they went out together.
Of course they did.
Yeah. That was the shit. They were like.
That's just how it works.
The couple. So I fancied him like everybody else did. Then I fancied this guy named Timmy. And it's fine. We don't talk at all.
Oh.
He's like this opposite of the other guy. He was dark skinned, tall, athletic. And I was like, oh, okay, that's where my little love for black men blossomed.
Oh my god. I'm dead.
But yeah, I think that was it. Who?
Oh my god, the last one we have to talk about is celebrity crushes. That's really fun.
Cool.
So that
was it.
Primary school.
But did nothing with anybody. Like nobody liked me like that. No.
Did you never play like Trivia Day?
My first kiss was at 16.
A pack.
Yeah.
Well. Oh.
Nobody kissed me. Like I was.
Like my first actually a kiss, making out, French kiss was with 17.
Oh, okay.
But I had packs before.
Yeah, no, I never any packs. Cause I was just like, sorry, I can't have a boyfriend.
Love that.
My mum would kill me.
I mean, facts.
Facts. And then I actually like someone who actually likes me back. So then, yeah, we'll get there. But
so that was primary school.
Primary school.
You have secondary school you have to go through before we get into high school. Well, it's the same part.
Same thing. So we'll go from 11 to 16.
Yes.
Yes.
For me, it's 12 to 18 then.
Yeah.
My high school.
Okay, so you want to go through the rundown of...
I can start with when I was like 12, like in 7th grade, I liked this boy in my class. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Anyway, I liked him.
Get into it.
And he was like, he liked, well, she wasn't a friend then, but he liked a friend of mine, well, which is a friend now.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't work out. And later, we were like best friends. As I said, I'm always like friends with boys and girls. Like I've never only been friends with either. Mm-hmm. And we were like friends. And then I think at some point at the end of the year, we both said, oh, we liked each other. But no one ever told. And I was like, oh, I still like you. And he didn't like me anymore at that point. And then I was like, you know, when you're 12 and you're so heartbroken. Like, obviously now that wouldn't faze me. But I was like heartbroken. I was like, damn.
Oh, babe.
And I'm not kidding. I did not like a guy anymore until grade 12.
Wow.
11.
Was
grade
he
11.
like your first love?
No, it's not love, but
But
like
no, but you know what I mean. Like your
because
first...
like when you're 12, you are in your puberty, and I feel like the feelings are more intense.
Yeah, 100%.
Than in primary school.
100%.
So I was like so heartbroken that I didn't like a boy anymore until like year 11, and I was like,
oh wow.
I don't know if that was like internally. I was just like, all men are trash.
Probably.
Yeah. No, I had like crushes on One Direction and stuff.
But that was it with you guys until.
But if you see like One Direction and Dylan O'Brien, I'm sorry, these are like mine.
Dylan like O'Brien, you know.
No one can. Like, who's gonna?
Girl.
And when you're like 16, you don't want anyone else. And then you like grow up, kind of. You're like, okay, but I'm gonna settle for this now because they're actually available.
I was settled for the basic person, yeah.
The non-salary. Okay,
not right. Harry Styles, but like.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You'll do.
Yeah.
I never liked any One Directioners. That's a fun fact about me. I don't like boy bands like that.
But you like the
JLS?
Yeah.
I like them, but I didn't have a crush on them.
Oh.
Like, I like listening to their music. Shout out to JLS, all the fans of JLS out there. But, no, I never actually...
The joke is, we all had a crush on Direction, but we all thought they were... At least two of them were gay for each other, so that's hilarious to me.
Who?
Louis and Harry, obviously.
Oh, okay. I didn't know this was a conspiracy.
Oh, this is just... In my head, it's real. In my fantasy, this is reality.
Isn't there fanfic about them?
That's... I didn't watch porn.
But
I
you read that?
Fanfic. Like, it's called smut. It's like... Yeah.
I had a fan.
It's like 50 Shades of Grey, but better written and with One Direction and gay people.
Okay.
I don't know. You know when you're in puberty, it's very strange.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird time, but mine wasn't... I did something similar, but not Harry Styles and Louis. Like, I've just never found them attractive.
I always read One Direction... this is not about fanfictions now, I'm so sorry. I always read about One Direction and I read about Teen Wolf and Harry Potter. Those were the three.
Oh, mine was anime.
Yeah, but yeah. There's so much... Hold on. There's like a whole world of anime that have like loads of fanfiction.
But it was just like so good. It was Naruto.
And you get to read a whole book for free. Like their whole book some people have written. I remember.
Yeah.
Some of them had like 200,000 words. It was crazy.
But mine had like actual YouTube videos. So they would make... They'll find pictures on the internet, put them together, and then write stuff. Is it? Oh my god, it was iconic. And then there were like dirty pictures.
And you would watch them at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, when everyone's asleep. One time my brother called me out about that though. Not the actual sex bit, but he was like, oh yeah, like I'm not weird like you who watches a Naruto fanfic on YouTube. And I was like, how did you know? Just exposed my life. And then I introduced like two of my friends to it and they loved it, and then we were just like would watch it together.
Yeah.
Not in like the sexual ones.
But
not the sexual ones, just weird ones.
Shout out to Georgia when we used to read fanfiction in the back of the English class instead of reading something else we were supposed to read.
I love that.
It was the book and then the phone in the book, you know, and you really like some fanfiction.
Fanfic was the best thing.
I just want to say the After movie that came out was a One Direction fanfiction at first, and we read it when it was still free, and it was shit, and I can't believe it got made into a book that people paid for and got put as a movie, but it's okay. We move.
Fanfic is amazing.
Anyway, so I feel like, that was my big crush. Like, you read these fan fictions, you were like obsessed with these boys.
Yeah.
There was no room for
actual men.
Mediocre boys in your class.
Oh, but there was for me.
Okay, go on.
I had a crush every year, apart from up to year 9. So, first was this guy, I won't say his name. He probably knows who he is anyway, because like every girl liked him. So he was this short half Ghanaian, half Jamaican guy, funny. Every girl in my like friendship group wanted to be with him, and I was
every guy wanted to be him. Every girl wanted to be with him.
No, I don't think every guy wanted to be him. He wasn't like that. He wasn't on it like that. But I liked him, and then his best friend liked me. And I was like,
ooh, love triangle.
But I wasn't interested. And then my best friend liked the guy who liked me. I was like, can we just switch?
Love square.
Yeah, but the guy who I liked didn't like my best friend because she was a bit weird. Oh my god. But she was a bit weird, a bit more weird than that. But yeah, it was a whole big thing. And like, I would listen to, Neo and Rihanna, I Hate That, I Love You. I was so in my feelings because I was
like, how old were you?
I was like 11, 12.
It's amazing when you listen to these songs and you're like,
oh my god, my life. And I'd have all these fantasies of him like putting his arm around me and gonna kiss me and all of that. And it's really, like,
at 12 you really think you're like
in a
adult.
Movie.
Yeah, but you're an adult, like you're gonna have like a relationship. It's like, hold on.
All these type of things. And you're so little. Calm yourself down. Meanwhile, I have my glasses at the tip of my nose and I can't see. Like, what am I doing? I'm not responsible
enough. You still can't
enough.
see now.
Yeah, but at least I own it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But at least I wasn't doing a facade. Okay?
Fair enough.
I am now a responsible adult, somewhat. Back then, no.
So yeah, that was
It was year 7. Yeah, 8. There was this other guy who was in my class, but he had a girlfriend, so it was a bit complicated. But in our blazers, we had this like a big zip, right? And it literally extends all around your blazer. So people would put like big bottles of like Coke or Pepsi in their blazer and walk around with it. I had Pringles.
Oh, I love that.
Or I had sweets. Because you're hungry. I was always the girl who was eating in class.
Me too.
Like, I was always eating.
Do you know what the teachers used? Okay, every year. Oh, I didn't do it as much. I did it more later, like when I was older, like 16, 17, 18. I always had food. And teachers would always go, please don't eat in class. I would just keep going. And at some point, they would just stop harassing me about it. They just accepted it.
Accepted the fact that I always have food in my pocket some way. And sweets, like, it's not just, it doesn't smell. It's not disturbing your peeps.
Mine was always rice cakes. And this one English teacher went on about how rice cakes are toxic for you. And I was like, shut up. You're probably eating meat and you're like inhaling fucking CO2 from your car. Like, shut up.
Like, me eating rice cake is not affecting your life. Please calm down. But anyway, so I would have sweets and then he was the next to me in English. And then he would be like, oh, can I have some? And then we had like a little moment every time we shared food. And I was like, oh my god, this is cute. But he had a girlfriend, so it didn't work out. And then year 9, this was like my fattest love at the time. So this is 13. And he, so complicated because I know him now and it's just a bit weird. But he was a basketball player. Me and my boo thing, that's his close friend.
Oh god.
So
wait, you liked him before you liked?
Yeah. So like he was the first guy that flirted with me, the first guy to like call me pretty. Is this like an issue now, or are we over it? No, we're over it. We're over it. Kind of, not really. We're over it. But yeah, he was like my first thing, and like he was the first person to actually call me pretty and flirt with me. So it was like really intense. And more times, this is when I started to get like sexual feelings. Sexual healing. And he sent me a topless pic of him, and it was like the first ever.
How old were you?
13.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, like this is it, you know, like this is gonna be my man. This is gonna be my boyfriend. And completely ignoring the red flags, by the way, of me actually like seeing him flirt with every single person.
He was just a flirty.
He was a flirty guy. Okay. He's kind of like, I always used to be like, oh, he's like Will Smith type of character.
Yeah,
he's that charismatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so I liked him. He was like, oh yeah, can't be I'm not on like dating, and I was like, okay, cool. And
at 13, like, what do you mean? But it's fine.
I was like, cool. And then this other guy who was new to school, kind of looks like a dolphin. was kind of cute. He kind of wasn't. He came in. He was like, "Oh, I like you. Be my girlfriend." And I was like, "Sure," because I was trying to get back at the other guy.
Yeah, I see what
I
you
was like,
mean.
"Oh yeah, sure." And then he asked me in French, and I was like, "Oui." I thought
It's
it
always
was like
the French.
be cute. And then we looked at each other and was like, "Nah, we're not gonna do that." And then didn't make my guy jealous. So I was like, that was a fail. And then it was the end of year 9, sports day. Remember the whole thing? We had sports day in the school. We never do. We always go to like arena.
We had sports days, but in the school.
Oh no, we always go to a Croydon arena.
Oh, fun.
Because it's our school's
You
really
have to
small.
run, and then your parents had to put money on how many rounds you would run.
No, did you have to do that?
Yeah, for charity.
Oh no, no. From a Christian school, you would think they would do stuff for charity, but we really didn't.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we had it in school, and then he pulled me, and then we sat on like this area, like there was some stairs where the classrooms were on the outside, and we sat down, and he was like, "Yeah, I can't be with you because I want to focus on basketball."
What is going on? I feel like you're
like I'm
you're
in love
telling
in
this,
basketball situation.
but you're telling us like you're 25.
Exactly. I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I understand." Shit you not, 2 weeks later, found out that he had a girlfriend. Like that was outside.
So you
of the
also
school.
found out at 13 at Men Church.
Yeah, 100%. I was like, "Oh, cool." But for some reason, I didn't get over him for like a long time.
Oh my god, we're
The
actually
longest
same.
time. But then I started to like my best friend.
Yeah.
Who happens to be my
Boo thing.
my boo thing, my boyfriend, my not yeah. So we
Buddha.
were best friends in year 9, and then I had a crush on
It's
him.
cute when people are best friends and then it's not dating. I think it's cute.
Yeah, but our love life is complicated.
Go on.
So I had a crush on him year 10. He was like, "If you didn't see me as a friend, how would you look at me?" Then I was like, "Oh, okay."
I just want to
like
say this is Shania's one and only boyfriend.
one and only.
It's very different for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that sounds like I had 10 boyfriends.
No,
that's
no,
not
no.
it.
She wasn't about that.
Okay,
but
go on.
yeah, so had a crush on him. Didn't go out with him though, because he liked someone else. It's complicated, and then I would get into it because he's not gonna be happy that I go into it. But
Just explain it, like summarize it.
he liked somebody else. I liked him. He liked me-ish, but didn't like me as much as that girl. Broke my heart. And then we stopped talking for like a year. And that's the end of secondary school.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, should I? Okay, I can go now. It's
Yeah,
a bit
you
of
can
a
go now.
cliffhanger for you guys.
Yeah, it's a cliffhanger.
So yeah, as I said, high school goes like for 7 years for me, and then secondary school and college are
Yeah,
two different parts for Shania. If you listen to our school episode, you would know this. Yeah, so I had like 2 crushes, but they weren't like, they weren't really crushes. I think I just wanted attention. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So I think I wanted attention from them. So in my head, I thought I liked them, but I really didn't.
You really didn't. Yeah, I feel you.
So I'm gonna skip over those because it's not interesting.
Okay. Wait, no, but now I'm kind of curious.
No, it's not because they weren't that good looking. They weren't that
Face.
special. I
If
just
you
wanted
could see her
attention.
face right now, it just screams volumes.
Let's go to. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
So, my first like intense love situation was with the guy from France,
Yeah.
where everyone from Luxembourg knows who it is. It's embarrassing, but
Okay.
it's fine.
It's
Hello, if
fine.
you're listening to it.
Hey, friend.
No, we met. I applied for. Me and Georgia applied for an extra thing, like to be an
Yeah.
extra, and it was a German film that was gonna be filmed in Luxembourg and Belgium and Germany.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And she didn't get taken because it was Germans post-war, and she is Italian, so she doesn't look really German.
Okay.
Whereas I'm half
Yeah.
German, so
you fit the
So I got
criteria.
taken. It was really cool because you got like costumes and shit out of the 40s. Like it was really cool.
Oh.
And the thing is, I was supposed to shoot another day, but then I went on holiday, so I had they were nice enough to put me on another day so I could still work as an extra. They didn't have to. But this is the thing. This guy was only there on that day. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say fate, but some destiny like made this happen and made me experience all the things I experienced. I wish like, when you lie in bed, you're like, I really wish that didn't happen. But what happened.
It happened and you learned from it and
we
you
live and we
grew.
Anyway, we were there and he was like my we're sitting on a table across from each other, and it was in a cafe.
Yeah.
And we were just supposed to talk in the background, you know.
Mm.
And he was talking French, and my French is not great. And I was like, you know, when you know, like, I'm
but
anxious.
that's sexy though, isn't it?
Oh my
like
God.
he was. He was talking French. Oh my god. I would have been drowning.
I like when people say my name right, the right way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can you say it for the people, for the culture?
It's not Julie, it's Julie.
Even I'm like, oh
Julie.
my god, my heart.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's amazing. It sounds so nice.
Anyway. Child. Anyway, so.
You're thinking about how he said your name, innit?
No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not. No, I regret everything. It's fine. We live and we learn. We live and we learn. We live and we learn.
Tell us.
Anyway, we were talking, and I thought I was really like nervous because I just hate meeting new people. Like I'm just, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's even in French, so I'm even more uncomfortable. But he was very nice, and I'm just a nice. But like it was fine. It was like nice. It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
And I just remember him asking how old I am, and I said 17, and he was just like, fuck. I think in his head he was like, whoop.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I think, he probably thought I was, like, good looking, but then, because he was 21, so it was like, you know, it's a bit, Anyway, after that, he found me on Facebook. Like, I didn't even think about this guy anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't that, like, struck by him, because I was still in that phase, like, I don't want to. So he texted me, and then we started texting and talking, and it was blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And, like, that was the first time I experienced falling for someone in personality. Like, of course, I've seen it before, but we were just texting, so I was falling for the personality.
Rather than looks.
And that's why I think I fell in love, like, way more, like... And... But I understand better now, because now I'm 22, but he was 21, and I understand how boys are now at 21.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want a relationship, blah, 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 blah.
As they do.
But we were like, it was very emotional and like
Draining?
sexual as well. Like there was sexting going on. There was like confiding into each other. You know, it was very like it was like dating without dating. And at 17, you think
God, it's always 17 when you start sexting, isn't it? That's what happened to me as well.
At 17, you think you're
adult enough to be
but you really
about
don't.
it. Yeah.
Wait, he stopped texting me. Well. We were supposed to meet up, and then he backed off because he was like, "You're not 17. I feel weird about this, whatever." And when you're 17, you're like, "No, I'm an adult." Yeah, whatever. I understand now.
I'm older than my age. Like age is just a number.
When I was 8. No, oh, this is gonna get so complicated. Oh my god. Then we stopped texting because I was so upset that he would be like. Because I was like, this is dumb. I'm going to be 18 in half a year. But I understand now. But at that point, I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
But he was a bit rude. But it's fine. And I was like, okay, we're not talking anymore, whatever. This was just like a half a year experience.
Yeah.
Like, I had a huge crush. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then I met my ex-boyfriend. And I feel like I was just ready for someone to give me, like...
Their full...
affection and attention. And, like, I wanted... to experience like making out and whatever. So we met when I was 17 and like
word, sorry.
Yeah.
I hate making out, like it just makes me cringe.
Real kissing. I don't know what they call it.
I know what you mean. It's just like
it's just like
the
cringe
word. Yeah, I get you. Sorry, I cut you.
And then we met like a month before I turned 18. And we started like dating, and it was like okay, like as I said, it was toxic. I'm gonna get into it, but it was okay at the beginning because at the beginning of a relationship, everything like the first month, there's usually no problems.
Yeah.
The joke is when I turned 18, who showed up back in my messages, and I was like,
oh.
Anyway, so I was like just being friends because I'm a friendly person. I can't just ignore someone.
Yeah.
And anyway. So I texted with him, but like he was a bit flirty, but I was trying to be like just friendly because I had a boyfriend. But then my relationship got more and more toxic, and then I was drawn more to like back to him, which is like normal. And then so for between 18 and 18 and 19, I had this on off where I was but with the one boy it was just. I was really dumb. You think you're gonna like it was like friends with benefits, and you think this is gonna like he's gonna fall for me at one point. But No lie.
That was good.
If you're listening, it's fine. You're gonna like. He did have feelings for me. He was just not ready for a relationship. It's fine. We move.
Yeah.
Like he hurt me so much. It's fine. The other guy hurt me
Poor
so
babe.
much. It was a horrible year.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And I was just craving attention. That's what happens, I guess.
I mean, it's more than that, though.
The thing
because
is,
you actually had feelings for both of them separately.
Yeah, but I really think I had more feelings for the guy I was having a friendship plus thing with, and I was just going back to the other guy because I was like, at least I'm getting a relationship there. It was really fucked up.
Ah, fair.
And it was like, oh my god, the one guy gave me like intellectual conversations, like is more my level,
it's so
but the other one has more attention.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want a mixture of both.
Oh, both. Oh my god, a guy who can talk to you
and
about actual topics.
Anyway,
education is real, you know, because boy.
I stayed with my boy, and then at 19, I was like, listen, like, no, he kept getting enough of me, and then was like, no, I can't do this anymore, you have feelings for me, and blah, 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 and I was like, I mean, we could just be together, and he was like, no, blah, 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 you know, the dramatic, like, in every movie ever, just that it doesn't have a happy ending.
Yeah.
Like, we're just friends now, which is fine.
Which is fine.
Because I'm so much happier now.
Yeah.
And with a much better person.
I feel like you wasn't meant to be like that anyway.
Exactly. But it taught me loads of things.
Yeah.
I don't want to... And then I stayed with my ex-boyfriend for a whole year, for 19 to 20 years old. And it was okay, because he wasn't as toxic. But the toxicity came right back when I went to uni. When I came to uni. And that's where Shania continues with her high school experience.
Okay, so, sixth form. So, me and Boothing, as I said, we stopped talking for a year. He left to go to a different country for sports.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. Okay.
You do. I'll tell you later the specifics. And he came back for reasons, but through the entire time he was over there. Like, I would call him, I would text him. Like, we spoke about our issues. We still kind of have the insecurities of what happened, but that's now. But then it was like intense in it. Like, it was very prevalent. Like, you know, the whole in the mental health podcast, our abandonment issues. It was like you chose someone else over me,
which makes so much sense.
And it was like, okay, like I have so much insecurities about how you feel about me and how you feel about somebody else. And it's not necessarily his fault, like, we're young in it. It's just bound to happen. So we were talking about, we went together, and then I met this guy at my mum's birthday. He was obviously like 24, 25.
Oh my god, and you were?
I was like 16. And he didn't know how old I was. But he was so cute. His name was Carl. Tats. White guy, blonde hair. He was just, he thought I was crazy, and when a guy calls me crazy, I know that he's interested. And he was like, by the end of it, he was like, oh, is there anything I can do for you? And I was like, no. He was like, no, really, like, is there anything I can do for you? I was like, no. He was like, are you sure? Like, there's nothing I can do for you. And I was like, but my stupid, naive self was like, well, apparently good, because he was obviously older.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, no. And then he, like, got called, and then my stepdad came out and was like, let's go. And I was like, oh, okay. Goodbye. I didn't even get to say goodbye to him.
Oh
it was a whole moment. I had a moment with this older guy, and he just left.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so then Boothing came back 2 months later, and we spoke, did that, we, like, cuddled. Aww. Cool. When he came back, I had my first kiss with him. Sweet. And it was awkward because he was leaving back to go back to the country. And then a couple of months later, he came back home to stay. And it was in this weird place. And then, 2017, he asked me to be his girlfriend.
They dated for 2 years without, like, telling.
Oh, we'll get there.
Oh my god.
But, so we went out in 2017. And then...
3 years? No, 2 years.
For 3.5 years.
Yeah.
2 years my mum didn't know, like you said. My mum
Shania
basically...
came to, like, when we became friends, she was like, I have a boyfriend, but my mum doesn't know.
I
was like, what is going on? I was like, are we 14? What is going on?
My mum, I love her. If you're listening, hey, you ready to discuss this? She's the scariest person. Like, my whole thing with my relationships is that my family's been through a lot with men. My mum, my aunties, and they're always like, oh, we just don't want you to do this because we don't want you in the same position.
Yeah.
Like, my mum thinks having a boyfriend equates to you getting pregnant and ruining your life. And it's like, it's not that serious.
Every mum thinks that.
Like, having a peck on the cheek is not me getting pregnant, you know what I mean? Like, going out to the cinema doesn't mean that I'm gonna get fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just confusing. But, yeah, she scares me, so I didn't tell her. Plus, she's always like, focus on your education, focus on your mental maturity.
I mean, fair enough.
Which I understand now. But I feel like I was at a place where I could always balance the two. Like, my education never slipped because of him. Yeah. I feel like he enhanced my
You can
emotional
if it's
maturity.
a healthy relationship.
It was somewhat healthy. We had our moments. Like I said, our relationship was built on insecurities. But even now, like, we're working at it to just be better. But in sixth form, we had our arguments. I feel like to take anything, if you're in a relationship, just always have communication, because everybody screams that, but it's so much harder than you think. Like,
it's hard talking about your emotions if you can't put your emotions together yet yourself.
Well, because I don't believe in horoscopes like that, but I don't believe in astrology like that. But he's a Sagittarius, I'm a Taurus. Realistically, we don't get along.
Craig's a Sagittarius, no?
Yeah, he is.
The other guy was a Sagittarius as well.
Why do we attract Sagittarius? Ew. Anyway, so realistically, we don't align in our personalities. Like, he's very emotionally cut off, whereas I'm driven by my emotions. So we would clash a lot in that sense. I'm very vulnerable and open.
But you're learning from it, I feel.
I feel like there's a balance between the two. But that happened during sixth form. It was just like a lot of ups and downs. And then my best friend liked me in sixth form, and that kind of like threw a dent in my relationship, because we was at that time, we was in a bad place, equally, both of us. And then this guy liked me, who was giving me like everything that my boyfriend wasn't at the time. But yeah, if you just know, you know. And I just didn't want to be with the guy who was my friend, because he wasn't the one I wanted. Yeah. Like, I loved him as my friend, I just wasn't in love with him.
You always learn, like, I feel like you always learn from things come to you to learn something. Like, I have so much pain from the two last relationship and whatever that thing was. And and it made me so much better for the relationship I am in now. But I wish I wouldn't have had to experience that pain.
Like, you wish you just knew already.
Yeah. But it's fine. I just want to say, my relationship was really toxic. And I was told to show him my phone. I was told he would read through my messages with my friends.
Wow.
And he would be upset if I went out with people where guys would be at, and I was friends with these guys for years and years and years.
Let's really get into it.
And I always try to argue, but I'm just a nice, like, how to explain?
She's really nice.
I was like, okay, I'll just do this, because it was my first relationship. I was like, I'll just do this, and then we'll have less conflict. But at some point, you just get so unhappy, and I was so unhappy. And I had this guy texting me where I thought, oh, he's gonna make me happier, which is really, if you're in a toxic relationship, you need a break.
100%.
And focus on yourself. I was just being stupid. It's fine.
Yeah. But you didn't know. So.
But I realized the toxic aspect, and that's why I broke up with him. And then he promised me he would do better. And he did in the end. But as I said, only while I was in Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Not, well, as soon as I was back in uni, it was like the same thing. Yeah. But I realized it right away then. So you could tell I already grew. And it made me so much better for the relationship I am in now.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I told all my friends, I'm going to try doing this long distance relationship with my boyfriend. But if it doesn't work, then I want to go to uni and make out with a bunch of people.
Okay.
The joke is,
you never did.
I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, and I was already like close friends with Craig. And I knew Craig liked me because he was like flirting with me.
Yeah.
He thinks he didn't, but we
all know that he did. You know, the first time I met him, I was like, "Is there something going on here?"
And I was like, so he was like caring for me while I was like crying. Aww. So I just straight back into something else. I was like, this was not the plan.
But you've been together for how long now? 2 years?
2 years and a month.
Love that.
Yeah. So it's all good now, but I can still see it in. So Craig had like some like I don't know puppy love relationships, not real ones, before me, and you can tell this is his first serious one.
Yeah.
So I know. Sometimes I forget that I know already more things.
Okay.
Than he does.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes it's hard to see. I feel like that was the problem with other relationships, or the thing I had with the other guy. They were always seeing their problem. Like, you are always seeing your problem from your perspective, but you're not trying.
Yeah.
It's really important in a relationship to try to see it from
your
partner's perspective
too. Yeah. I feel like that was why I had so much arguments.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm only seeing, like, I would always try to think rationally and think about the other person's view.
Yeah.
But
not everyone's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm always like, I see your point of view, but it feels like you are not seeing my point of view, and it just gets frustrating. But I have to say, me and the relationship I'm in now is the most communicative, like, relationship I've ever been in.
That's good.
And it's really good.
It's healthy.
It's really healthy, and it's good.
Yeah.
We have some ups and downs, but it's good.
Everybody
98%
has ups and downs.
of the time.
If your relationship doesn't have ups and downs, then it's a bit weird, isn't it?
I mean, lucky if it really is.
Lucky, but then I feel like it's just
I feel like as long as you
weird.
talk about stuff, maybe someone will get sad, but you're at least talking about it, and you're not eating it, like, you're not letting it eat yourself up.
Yeah. Just avoid being petty. I feel like a lot of people that I've spoken to prior have just been like really petty about things.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's
When
so
you're
unnecessary.
petty, but when you're jealous and petty towards your boyfriend, like, if you're not supportive of your partner, like, what's the point? Like, I feel like in a relationship you should support one another to be the best version of yourself, and try to push the other to do the things they want to do. Like, not try to shape them into your idea of what they should be.
Yeah.
But push them in their, like,
But that was my
ambitions.
problem. I always used to shape myself in the way I think that he would want it. Like, I was never not myself, but it was just like, this is my relationship. This is, I'm going to compromise everything.
Yeah, that was definitely
in
me
order.
years ago as well.
But now I'm just like,
It's just
I
when you
can't do
go
that.
older you realize these things. You can't be this... Like, even now, our brain's not fully developed yet. So maybe in a few years we'll tell other stuff again.
That we want, because it's when you're growing with people as
Yeah.
well. Do you feel like when you grow and change and develop, your relationship with Craig will get more complicated, or do you have like a solid foundation where you can talk about the changes?
That's what I'm saying. If you like communicate well and you support one another, you can get through anything.
Yeah.
But if there's like jealousy in your relationship, I mean, not only with like someone talking to your boyfriend or something, if it's like you don't support their like achievements or something.
Yeah.
If they have a higher paying job, for example, whatever, or they get good grades and you don't, like, what's the point? Like, I'm always happy, regardless of my achievements and grades or whatever, I'm always happy for my partner to have their achievements. Yeah. If you're not like that, throw the whole relationship in.
Throw it in the bin.
Throw it in the bin. I'm sorry.
Throw it in the trash. But I think we're lucky because we found people who are always supportive. Like, Craig is our technician. We always shout him out. Like, he's just amazing. And then Bay always messages me telling me to cut things out because I'm exposing myself.
He's like, you're not going to get a job because of this podcast.
And I'm like, oh, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, I just feel like we just hit lucky.
I just want to,
But can we talk about how when you're talking to a guy, please, and they try to be possessive? First of all, ladies.
If someone is possessive of you,
and you've only been talking for a short amount of time,
no matter what, just throw it in the bin.
Just let it go. If a guy, like, I know girls, like, you guys
jealousy's
like,
not cute.
Oh, it's cute if he's like upset a little bit.
It's
like,
not cute if he
not.
like punches you in the face one time or just speaking to
exactly.
Like,
or if he's literally texting you constantly to see where you are or what you're doing. Like, that's not.
It's not cute.
It.
I'm telling you from experience, it's not cute if you don't respond on your phone for an hour and you got like loads of calls and being like why did you not answer me? Like, I'm sorry.
Fuck you, innit?
It was also a big problem because he didn't have that many friends and I have a lot of, I don't want to brag, but I do have like a certain friend group, so I was always busy where he wasn't. And that's
not your fault. That's not
my fault.
That's his fault. Like, it's 2021, girls. Don't stress over no man. I swear down. That's the biggest thing.
I'm telling you, don't try to compromise yourself for anyone.
Any guy. And I know it's easier said than done, because when you're in something, you're like, oh my god, like, this is amazing. But really, when you're stressing over a guy, it's the worst thing in the world.
If he's not supporting you, if he's possessive over you, if he's too, like, I know some people find like a little bit of jealousy is cute. That's fine by me. Like, you know, the little bit, did he look at you? And then like they give you a kiss or whatever, like a little bit. But there's limits to everything.
It's limits. Like, it's weird, isn't it?
If you can't go anywhere alone,
then it's Joe from you, and you're gonna be locked in a cellar and being killed. This is literally
it
what
does
I'm
not
saying.
get better. I just want to say
it doesn't get better. It just gets
Throw
worse.
him in the bin.
Goes downhill. You literally die. I'm joking.
Oh my god.
But you might. Like, you don't know who you're talking to nowadays. It literally could be anybody. Anybody can really throw in a personality trait later on in the years
but
that
also,
scares you. So
because I, in my toxic relationship, became toxic. Instead of becoming that,
just
leave the relationship.
But also, if you want to be toxic a little bit, do your thing, sis.
No.
No, like, honestly,
No.
I feel like everybody should have a toxic side at least once in their life. Like,
Just
I feel
to learn
like
from it.
Yeah, just to learn from it. Not even being a hoe or nothing like
but
that.
if we can tell them now, maybe they don't have to be.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't
Live
have
and
to
learn
be.
through us.
But if you are,
Don't have a friends
that's
plus relationship. I'm really serious. No, I'm so serious. Do not have it. Just either stay friends.
Yeah.
Or have a one night stand and then leave them alone. Or get into a relationship. Do not, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Do not get into a friends with benefits thing. Because someone's gonna get hurt.
Also, I've learned recently, don't be friends with guys who was previously attracted to you.
Oh yeah.
Because it will never work. Never, never, never. Like,
they are always going to try to get into your pants.
Always trying to get into your pants. Or be persistent. Or think that you're going to give them something. Even if you're dead ass straight. Like, I don't want this. I just want to be your friend, your brethren. Like, they will always somehow try to be persistent. I'm not saying all guys are like that. But you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you have this guy thinking he can talk to you anyhow because you owe him something. You don't owe anybody anything.
But there's some good guys out there.
There's definitely some good guys out there.
Not all men.
Not all men are trash. But we found some really good dudes.
This really got me
heated.
I'm so sorry.
Same, because recently I've
been Brian, if you're out there, give me a shout. Craig said I can. You're my, like, what do they call it? Whole pass.
Yeah. I don't even know anymore.
My whole pass is on Natalie Portman and Dylan O'Brien.
Oh, Natalie Portman for Craig?
No, Natalie Portman for me, and Craig has the same one.
I didn't know
Dylan O'Brien. But she's so beautiful.
Oh, mine is Mila Kunis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And Justin Timberlake. Friends with Benefits. If I could be in that movie, I would.
Oh my god, but that's... You know, I wanted that to be my life, and it wasn't. I watched that movie and I was like, this is all fake news. All you end up is getting hurt.
I just want to
and
be involved.
And they throw you out. They're like, I don't want anything. Like, we can't do this anymore. You have feelings for me. I was like, bitch, you have feelings for me too. Let's just be together. Oh, I hate men. Emotionally unavailable men are not it. I'm just saying.
Otherwise, don't, sis. You can't change
and don't
any
wait
man.
on them. Don't wait on them.
You can't change. If they are like this, they are like this. And just give them their own time to fix themselves. You can't
but don't
fix
wait
anybody.
on them to be ready for a relationship because it ain't it.
No, fuck that. Do you, sis? Fuck around. Go let a man take you out to eat, but it doesn't mean that you need to give them anything.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Just focus on you.
Yeah. Everyone focus on themselves. Like,
even
girls
men
can be toxic as well. I just want to say, no matter what the gender is, don't get into these situations.
Men know your worth, because some of you be really the shit, you know. Like, a shout out to you men who are like actually good people.
Yes, and they think they can't get anyone because girls always go for the same guy.
But you're going for the girls who are literally trash.
Also
literally
that.
Trash. Like, she's not interested in you, bro. Like, move on. You know you.
There's so many good guys that are just
out here going for the worst of the worst.
Yeah, it works both ways.
Get into it.
Some girls are trash as well, but not as many.
Not as many. I feel like recently quite a lot of you girls are getting a bit of trashness, which I respect.
People know, like, we say men are trash for like the ones that hurt us in our life and whatever, but there's like women out there that really say men are trash. They mean
they
every
actually
man.
mean it.
And I'm like, okay, that's too much.
It's excessive.
Like, it's not funny anymore.
It's not funny.
Like, there's actually good men out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they're the same women who will go after any man for attention.
Oh my god.
So
okay,
that's just insecurity speaking. Anyways, I feel like this is a good
This is a good point to stop.
Yeah.
Stay in healthy, safe relationships. And
I hope you learned something ish. Maybe not really. Just enjoyed yourself. And this is the last.
Yeah.
This is the
Stand
last
One Direction forever.
I mean, to you. Stand Justin Timberlake, even though he's problematic against Janet Jackson, but we move.
Oh, okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.